I'm Jeff Shiver, Managing Principal, People and Processes. I wanted to share some concepts with you today around your stockroom. And the piece that we're going to focus on is FIFO, first in, first out. Do you recognize that many parts in your stockroom actually have a shelf life? Consider a Gates belt as an example, a simple drive belt. What do you think Gates might say the shelf life is? Well, roughly 3 years. Depends on where you place it. You know, if you place it up close to the lights or things like that where it has more UV damage or whatever the case may be. What about SKF? What about a seal bearing in a package? It might surprise you to learn that it's only about 7 years, and what happens is the lubricant dries out and you actually have to open the package, and SKF sells a spray and you go back in and re-lubricate and you turn the bearing so that, you know, what you're trying to do is prevent metal to metal contact, and so you're putting that lubricant back in between the metal, the lubricating film between the metal surfaces. So recognize that things have a shelf life. Many different things have a shelf life. And the challenge for us is how do we make sure that we're rotating an inventory? And oftentimes you'll see, when you look at racks of belts as an example, you'll see that you've got the oldest belts run on the back and they're covered in dust, and then the newest belts are put on the front. And so there's no rotation of stock going on. The challenge for you is you've got to make sure the stock gets rotated. And one way to make sure you're doing that well is you date stamp things. And that can be just a simple little vanilla tag with a piece of string that's wrapped around it, or you date stamp the carton that it came in or the case that it came in. Just using maybe a rubber date stamp that you just dial a particular date. Here's the day we receive it, you stamp it, you put it on there, and now I can actually tell the age of my inventory. And so I can make sure that I'm taking the first in is the first out coming out of the shelf. So put that in your process. Make sure it's happening in your stockroom today. Hope you enjoyed the tip. I'm Jeff Shiver, Managing Principal, People and Processes.